Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. So today we are going to talk about TrueData Websocket API. That will be the overview of the entire WebSocket API as well as the associated Python libraries. So since most of you are aware that the FIRES is harnessing the fastest growing systematic algo trading ecosystem in India, and to take our agenda of providing preferred access to algo trading and reliable data feeds to trading fraternity, we have tied up with TrueData, the leading data vendor in the country. So today we have with us Mr. Kapil and his team to talk more about this TrueData API. So without wasting any further time, so I ask Kapil to take this forward. Kapil, you can take the session ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Shubham. Shubham and others, can you hear me?
Yeah, Kapil, we are able to. Yeah, it's fine, Kapil.
Okay,
We can.
fine. Thank you so much, Shubham, for introducing us. And I would thank you, all of you, those who are joined here already and those who are joining us now. With, like Shubham said, with FIRES growing steadily and progressively, and also looking to provide only the best to its algo client, trading clients. We are grateful that we have been chosen by FIRES to assist its algo community to move forward, wherein we can provide the best data solutions to all of you. I would just like to say that we are all just getting started here. This is one of the first webinars we are conducting on this WebSocket API, and that too is thanks to FIRES, because of whom we are here. And we will try and make things clear. Things will change down the line, things will improve, and as we improve things, you will be notified on every improvement. And you would be also, if you are going to use the API, you would have to slowly keep improving with us. And you will see the changes, how those people who have already been associated with us for some time have already seen a number of changes which have come through, and they're all going to be for the good, because we are getting all the inputs from the fraternity and from the community. They're all sharing things with us, and which is helping us to improve our products with specific algo traders and others who are using our products. So please keep the feedback coming. Even after this webinar is not the last point. This is just the starting point of things. Whatever feedback you have, please send a mail to us, write on our wiki pages, which I shall cover, and we will do our best to make sure that we try and fulfill all your needs for the better good of the entire community. So now for today's talk, I will just take about, I'll take about 30 to 40 minutes. And the topics that I'm going to be addressing here briefly, a brief introduction of who TrueData is, who I am, what are we currently offering, and then what are the APIs available, types of APIs available with us. I will be giving you an overview of the WebSocket API. I will be generally going through things which are necessary for you to know before you start even the first line of code. Details of coding, etc., we can discuss to a certain extent. But if there's anything particular and really complicated, we'll have to take it off line, and then maybe you can post it on our GitHub page, which we are going to release, and then it will be an improvement for everybody. We'll also cover the various features available with this WebSocket API, what is available with regards to real-time and historical, what is not available. And then I will also cover the TrueData Python library. I'll cover some sample code walkthroughs without the Python library, again in Python, and with the Python library in the Python. This will be followed by a Q&A, and we will take up any questions which are going to come up over there. So a brief introduction of, first of all, TrueData. TrueData, first of all, started out in 2006. I don't know how many of you are aware of that. 2006 or 7, and there was a break in between, and then we started again sometime later. It's been now 5.5 years in our second avatar since we've been here, and we have been able to try and improve things from where we started. Those of you who have been with us, you know that, and we will be keeping on improving. This addition of fires is another step for us to keep improving things here and move on. So today I have with me Paritosh. Paritosh is one of our developers here, and he's handling the Python library. And he's also handling some other aspects. He's ensuring that he's built in low latency into the library, and also ensuring a lot of other things, thereby providing you what an algo trader would need. So he's here to assist us for any clarifications which you will need. As far as I go, I am Kapil Marwa. I am the managing director of Team TrueData. For those of you who don't know, I was earlier in the Air Force. So for around 22 years, I was a helicopter pilot. Now that's all gone. People wonder how I came here, but that's how it is. From flying helicopters to the financial services, but here it goes. Anyway, you can talk to me about that later. Now, to start off from here, first of all, the market segments that we are offering. To start with, we are offering certain market segments, and we are going to come up soon with some others. We have equity already here for everybody, all the equity stocks. We have futures and options, which is almost about 60,000 symbols. And we are having a policy here that we are not removing any symbols in the WebSocket library, which means even if the symbol has expired, the symbol will always be there, at least for a certain period, and will be available for you to access for a certain time. So we have given each, this will be made available, and if you write the symbol, it will be available to you. NSE indices is also available. Earlier, indices was a part of the equity segment. Now the exchange has segregated it out of the equity segment and made it a new segment. However, it is available for all of you. MCX is also available. NSE currency derivative segments is about to be launched within a quarter, and sooner than later we will also be having BSC coming up, followed by other markets. Our current offerings, for those of you who are not aware, we also provide market data plugins using our software called Velocity. It connects to various applications, AmiBroker, NinjaTrader 7, 8, MS Excel, Advanced Get, Multicharts, Motive, various others, all at the same time. And it also connects to Python and C#.NET from there. And that I will cover later. But it is possible to connect from there also. Then we have a Cheetah, the market scanner. It has a tick query, advanced queries, and analytics application, which you can use. And then we have our market data APIs. I would like to just restrict all queries and questions to the end. We'll give you sufficient time. You will have sufficient time to ask us anything. Just let me go through everything, and so that half the things are going to come up what you're asking, and I will then everything will become clear, and you won't have any doubts about it. Half the things will become clear. So let's push it to the end, and you are be free to answer any questions from there on. Okay. Now coming to the APIs which are available, like I said, we have APIs integrated with TrueData Velocity itself. For those who have used, it's called an external API. You can use it with Python or C#.NET. It is push based. Okay, and then also Velocity sends it to Excel. So there also it is push based. So Velocity itself, but has an external API, but that's meant for smaller loads and not for much higher loads, which can be procured from these other APIs, which are integrated without Velocity. Okay. Sorry for this typo. This is without Velocity in the lower one. API solutions integrated without Velocity directly. We have an HTTP REST API pull, and we have a WebSocket Python push API, which we are going to talk about. This is the integration which we have with Fires, and so we have a Python library for this also. We have C# sample code and Excel. In Excel also, we will be providing this WebSocket. So if some people who are comfortable with Excel, the entire market data could be pushed into Excel and you could take it from there. We also have sample code available for Python and C#. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay, as we've discussed, Fires has decided to tie up with TrueData to provide real-time historical market data. Fires actually, it is best for the users because you can tap the experience of both the companies here. Fires will keep improving upon its trading APIs and trading whatever they can. They are already experts and they'll keep improving on that while they integrate with somebody like us who we give all our time to market data solutions. And so we are spending more time and concentrate our work on the market data solutions. We have created an affordable pricing model. This is only for the Fires users. The pricing model is very affordable, as you have seen, for the basic number of items which we are giving here. And in that also you can choose various models. You can go to the Fires knowledge base and find out these things from there. And we will be soon also coming up with an integrated API library for Python users, which will also map the symbols of TrueData with Fires automatically. So you would not have to work on that at all. Currently, the symbols are option symbols may not be mapped because we have come up with a new system to make it easy for you to add options. For the Fires users, you have to go to the third-party app and go and get your login ID and password for TrueData. And you can use the same user ID and password from which you get there automatically. Your trials will be automatically activated once you activate the third-party app in the login ID and password. Whenever you contact us or send us an email, please send it to support@truedata.in and mention your registered email ID with which you have with Fires, and also your TrueData login ID. Some people are sending us the Fires ID which we don't have. So we need the TrueData login ID which starts with Fires and also a registered email ID, because if these two are not there, we are not able to track you and we are not able to help you quickly. So please ensure that whenever you send, please send us the registered email ID of Fires and the TrueData login ID which starts with Fires, F-Y-E-R-S. Now, there are many people who are coming and trying to use the login ID and password they are generating here for our other TrueData products. Please, they will not work. This is only for the WebSocket API, and this will only work there. So please don't waste your time. If you are interested in the WebSocket API, please go ahead, download the third-party app. You can activate. There's a 10-day trial. There's a 10-day trial over there. It's a free trial. After you finish your trial, when you click on subscribe, there will be an automatic subscription which will be started by Fires. You will be billed automatically every month unless you cancel your subscription. You can cancel your subscription anytime. But take time and go through the 10 days of free trial which is given to you and make sure that you use them fruitfully. Now I'll go to the TrueData WebSocket API and start with the overview. We have built an entirely new backend which is customized to serve data at very low latency. What we do here is we do minimal processing. Whatever data comes from the exchange is directly pushed onto the WebSocket feed, and you will see it streaming immediately. If you even compare it with most desktop terminals, you will find that there is a difference in the data. Already people have told us, and we're very happy to see that we are able to accomplish this. You will find that at least about 200 to 300 milliseconds earlier the data is coming. You don't have to take my word for it. Please go ahead and see it for yourself. Then we built in a high level of redundancy because this is a major concern for everybody, that what will happen if the data stops. What is the guarantee of this data coming at 99%, and what are the things like that. So we've tried to build all the redundancies. There are multiple lines from the exchange. If one line goes down, the other takes over automatically. There is no ping drop. Even if a line fails, not a single packet will drop and everything will continue to flow to you. We have multiple servers which are providing you the same redundancy which is built in. We are continuously improving redundancy, and we have monitoring systems to monitor the entire backend, which will warn us well in advance. And so most of the things are taken care of. However, nothing can be ruled out, and there can be occasions wherein there could be some downtime at certain times, or because of unforeseen reasons or third party reasons. However, it has been an effort to make sure that this does not happen. We made a push-based, easy to integrate market data solution, and towards that we have built it in JSON format. It is pretty simple for people who are building WebSocket API. We are also looking to make a TCP-based API subsequently, wherein we'll make it available in CSV formats, etc., and other things, maybe here also. However, the response format JSON, which I will show you now, is pretty simple for most people to integrate, and in most languages. The API is language agnostic, so you can integrate it with any programming language possible, and there's nothing specific. What we are doing here is just helping you with a Python library or a C# sample code. But if you're a developer, you know what I'm talking about. You can easily integrate with any language there is. This is really the best solution for traders who are looking to implement and execute their strategies programmatically. And many of them are asking us, and they have some wonderful ideas which we have seen, and this is really a good solution for them, wherein they are not able to use AmiBroker or other third-party apps, wherein the functionality is limited to a certain extent. We are providing code samples for the same. If you need a specific code sample, which is let us know. And also, if your code is not working, please start with our code samples first, and then take it up from there. Please note that this API is for personal use only, and for the retail clients of Fires. This is not for commercial use. If you want to do any commercial use, you can contact us, and you'll need to contact NSE also for the same, for any commercial use. This is only for your own personal use. You can hire a developer to get it done for you, or you can develop it yourself, but this is only for retail clients for their own personal use. Like I said, we have a sample code. We also built a sandbox, which I will show you. And this is where you can test everything about the code without any problems. And we're trying to make the sandbox even more easier and easier for you. We also provide pretty good technical support. Sometimes the support can be tricky, and it may take some time, but more or less it's our endeavor to provide it as soon as possible. Now, to avail the attractive discounted pricing of Fires, you will have to authenticate that you are a Fires user before login. Once you authenticate that, only then will you be able to log in into TrueData. Currently, this Fires authentication has been disabled because of some issues. We are working on it, and very soon this will be enabled. However, when you start developing your applications, please start using the Fires authentication, because one day this will be coming in, and the Fires authentication will have to be done. So your code may break that time and stop at the Fires authentication. We will warn you well in advance, but please ensure that you are starting to code with Fires authentication. If you're getting stuck anywhere, currently not having the Fires authentication is not necessary. Once we are ready to go there, you will have to get the Fires authentication done. That should be done in the next couple of weeks. Now, with the WebSocket API, we have certain options which we are going to provide to you. One is that the real-time data, we are providing tick streaming. That means you can only take data in tick streaming format, which I will show you also live. Then we have real-time 1-minute bar streaming. And in this, what happens is that 1-minute bars at the end of every 1 minute are streamed. This also I will show you. The entire bar, so say you have subscribed for about 50 symbols, all the 50 symbols, bars will be coming after 1 minute. Every 1 minute you will see them streaming. We also coming up with 5-minute bar streaming, the same solution of 1-minute bar with the 5-minute bar streaming. This is going to come within the next 10-15 days, and you shall see this live very soon. We also have a 15-minute bar streaming kind of thing, but it's not required to be streamed, and so we may just push it to FTP, a solution for you, so you can pick it up from there and do what you wish to do from there. So these are the solutions which we are coming up with. And then now we have got all the ones which I have put in bold everywhere in this presentation is the one which is already existing. All the ones which are not in bold are coming soon. Now, we're also trying to make tick streaming plus 1 minute bar streaming. That means in the same stream, you will get tick streaming also, and you will also get 1 minute bar streaming. And when that happens, you will be able to see both the ticks and 1 minute bars coming soon. This is coming soon, yes. And then this currently is not available. This will come soon in the next few days. Historical feed we have right up to the tick in the WebSocket format. That means till the very last tick you can call the WebSocket. You can give any time range up to the last tick or even earlier, and from to any time range, or say from 14th of June at 3:25 p.m. to 17th of June at 9:35. So you will get the data in between that. We're also coming up with a REST API for the historical feed, which will also be right up to the last tick. This is also going to be released soon. History, we have enabled the following histories, which was on demand. So we've enabled tick 1 minute, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 30, 45, 60 minutes. All these histories have been enabled along with daily. Weekly and monthly formats are going to be released in the next few days. Meanwhile, all these have already been released. We have also enabled another feature, which is N bars. That means the last N bars. This was a request from one of the members in Telegram, and we've enabled that instead of the number of days or the date range, just the N bars, which could help you in calculating EMA. So if you say 1 minute, 100 N bars, so you can get a 100 days data, and you would be able to calculate the EMA or any other average or any other calculation which you may need. So currently you can subscribe to the streaming only feed, which is the real-time streaming, or the 1 minute bar streaming. You could subscribe to the historical only feed, which is the historical feed right up to the tick. And then you could subscribe for streaming plus historical feeds. That means you'll get the streaming data also, you'll get the historical data also. And then coming soon is our streaming real-time plus streaming bar plus historical. All this will come next. If you have any questions, keep it for the last and I'll clarify it further. Okay, with the WebSocket API, the features are currently in the trial, we are providing 50 symbols. And once you subscribe via Fires, you get about 200 symbols to work with. Up to 500 is possible now. For that, you will have to contact us to upgrade further from 200 to 500. We are also providing continuous futures, spliced, is the normal Nifty-I kind of thing which you see, and the continuous premium adjusted futures are already there, the symbols, but they are yet to be premium adjusted, and we are going to be doing this. If you don't know what is premium adjusted, it's basically that every rollover the history is adjusted, so you'll have to reload all the history so as to get the premium adjusted futures in a continuous way, which is more useful for backtesting. So we'll be providing continuous futures as spliced, as premium adjusted, and also the contract futures, and you can use all of these simultaneously at the same time. There is no restriction of you using one or the other. You can use all of them at the same time if you wish. So premium adjusted futures, this will be the symbol code. Nifty-I will be for spliced, which is normally what the continuous futures you are seeing in the industry. They are going to be coming out with -IP. When you see P, it is premium adjusted. History is going to be adjusted for corporate action like splits, bonuses, rights, and dividends also. Currently, we have already adjusted it for splits and bonuses. For rights and dividends, we will be starting to adjust very soon now. So it will be adjusted for everything. So you don't have to worry. Right from the tick, nobody is adjusting the tick data till now. Even we don't adjust in our other setup. But in this setup, we will be adjusting right from the tick up to monthly. In the subscription, we are giving the tick for the current day to the subscribers via the WebSocket. Up to 5 calendar days is possible. You can contact us for that. Even more can be considered, but then it depends on the on your requirement, and we'll assess it. Up to 5 calendar days is possible. 1 minute, we are giving 30 days of history. Up to 90 calendar days is possible. and 5 to 60 minutes up to 6 months is possible. We are coming out with more extended history for 1 year and even longer duration. You can get that offline. So all this is available to you for your use. So Python library, I'll already be talking about it, and we'll come to that subsequently. Okay, now as I was talking about the sandbox environment, whenever you start getting the data or the login ID and password, please first visit our sandbox environment. It is going to help you easily understand what is happening, and for you to be able to easily test the feed in any way. Let me just show it to you. So this is the HTTP SWS test. We have refined it. If you have not seen it the last time, we have refined it a little bit, and it's very easy for you to just see the data flowing. And let me just show you something. I've created some IDs for this webinar. Please don't try to use these IDs, because after this webinar they will be not working anymore. This is just for this webinar, and I'm going to show you here. Just enter the user ID you have received from Fires, and like this is for the real time. This is the port. This is for the history, the port. Let's first show you the real time data. Let me connect to this feed. I've connected, and it says received success true message, real time data service. Which are the segments which are allowed to me? How many symbols are allowed? I'm subscribed to the tick feed, real time tick streaming, and this is the validity or something like that. And then I can add symbols. So we have added here a few symbols, Nifty dash I, Nifty. As Nifty and the NSE is closed, we can add the MCX symbols here. And as soon as you add the symbols, two things are going to happen. First, you will get the data, the snap data or the touchline data for each symbol, even whether it's traded or not. And then the streaming data will start coming. So just let me show you. You can see that the data is already streaming here. And you can see that we are seeing all this data streaming immediately. So you can test this for yourself over here, and you can satisfy yourself that if it's working here, it should work in your code. That is why we provided this sandbox environment for you to test everything. And as of now, this is all MCX data, which is coming here. So just let me disconnect it for a second and show you what happens here is, so you're getting the trade data, and this is the symbol ID which is sent in the beginning when you start. It sends you the date time formats, and it sends you certain values which we will see from the documentation, which I will show you. Basically the LTP, the volume, average price, open interest. These are the bid ask. Bid and ask are kept in the end. So that is there. We can disable the bid and ask. There are some people who don't want the bid and ask to be coming in the feed. By default, the bid and ask do come in the real-time feed. So if you want to get the bid and ask disabled, you can tell us, we will disable the bid and ask. So bid and ask will not come in there. Now, similarly for history, the port is 92. Just let me, you have to connect to this port also. So it's as easy as this. We are trying to pull Yes Bank history from, it's already come from 1 Feb to 15th Feb. So this is the Yes Bank history. It has come in JSON format for that period. You can see that the history is already here. 1 Feb 14, 24, 25, 26. And so you can get the history. So please use this place to test everything that that you are doing, and this will help you so that you can test why things are. Most of the people are contacted, is not working. What is happening? So please use this. Similarly, we have one more thing which I can show you. This is our 1 minute streaming. adding the M6 symbols already added. And this is the initial feed that has come up. So 42 at, we should get the data coming at 1630 candles should come at once we reach 3100. Let's see what happens. There, as soon as it reached 31, we got the 1630 candles. You can see here, bar 1 minute, 1630, all the candles are here. All the symbols which I added and which are correct symbols. So they are all bar 1 minute. You get the open, high, low, close, volume, open interest. So it's all here in the similar format. I'll just show it to you once again. And you can see that it's as simple as that. We've added a heartbeat. An update is going to come in which, because as of now, we don't know whether the connection is correct or not. So we've added a heartbeat and you'll come to know that you are connected at any given time. So for this period, when you're just waiting for the data to come, there will be a heartbeat coming. So we'll keep giving this update soon. And that also helps you to reconnect the feed automatically. And we'll be doing that in our Python library. We'll reconnect automatically if required. So let's see now, the time is 57, 58, 59, 60, and there it is. You can see 1631 bars have already landed. So this is the speed at which the data is going to come. And even if you add a large number of symbols, there won't be any problem. And you can see the data streaming because they're building these bars instantly on the server side. And by the time you reach, 00, the data is already there. So if you need this kind of service, please avail this. We are going to do the same thing for 5 minutes also. And after at the end of 5 minutes, you'll get a 5-minute bar for the same. So let's see it once again before I move out of it. So we'll get a 1632 candle now. We have got 1631. So we should be getting a 1632 candle now. There it is, 1632. Okay, so this is how you can use this, and it is quite fast and instantly it's built on the server and sent to you. If you are using history, also you can pull certain time range, and you can provide this date, time range, and you will be able to pull that history. Okay, so that's that. Okay. So something from the documentation. Please go to the documentation which is provided on the FIRE's website. This documentation will be updated from time to time, and I would request you all to please keep looking at this documentation so that you know what is happening, because this documentation, it has to go into the depth of this to understand what is going on. The table of contents is made in a manner that if you just click anywhere, you will be able to reach there directly. Let's say you want to go to tick streaming data response, so it will take you there. Please use this. So we'll just cover a few things. Like I've already shown you, we've added the URL on the top. I've shown you in the WS test, that is our sandbox environment. You will get an authentication response. You can look into this. This is only the authentication. And then you can subscribe certain symbols. I'll talk about this masters later. And yeah, to subscribe a symbol, you just add the symbol, method add symbol. Right, give the number of symbols like we've added. And you will start getting a touch line first, touch line which has open, high, low, close, everything, followed by the continuously the data will come. You can also unsubscribe the symbols. Once you have subscribed, you can also call for the touch line data for now. And this touch line data will have open, high, low, LTP, previous close, volume, today's open interest, previous open interest, and turnover. These are the fields which are there in the touch line. And in the normal tick response, we have the symbol ID, the date time, we have the LTP, we have the LTQ, ATP, open interest, TTQ, Special tag. Now people ask me, what is the special tag? The special tag is to inform you if there is a high or a low. If the stock has hit a high, then you will come to know with this special tag that this is a high. Or if it's a day's low, it will come to know with a day's low with an L. Open will be with an open. So these three tags we have put for now, and this will help you. If there is nothing, there will be a blank. Nothing will be there. Not even a blank. I mean, just two quotes. Like you can see here, there will be nothing here. So it will either be OH, whenever it's a high or low is hit, this will be there, otherwise it won't be there. Then we have instead a tick sequence number. Say example, this is the tick sequence number over here. You can see the tick sequence number. Now this helps you to know if you have dropped any packet at all. So suppose you are tracking Nifty futures and you find that you got 150 and then the next one you got was 163. That means you lost the 163 packets due to some reason. So if you know the time at which that for 150 came, and if you know the time at which 163 came, you can call that from the history to cover up your deficiencies. So this will also help you to check your code as to what is going on and what is why this has happened, why it has skipped. Did you have an internet disconnection? Or if you are processing too much, did you packet drops? The reasons for packet drops mainly are internet disconnection, or you are processing excessively within the same thread in which the data is coming. If you're going to process excessively over there, then it may be that as the stream comes in, you are not able to process the data, and thereby buffer is building up both at your end and then at the server end. The server has a limit of the buffer. So when the buffer, it will wait for some time and keep adding your data. If you have solved your issues at your end, it will send you all the data again. However, if the issues are not solved, then it will disconnect. So you may get a message that user disconnected, and you have to find out why you got disconnected. We can even provide you with logs on our server, which can help you identify why this happened. And if the server has stored some buffer, then there is some reason. Either its internet is intermittent, or you had some other CPU processing issues. So please keep that in mind. This tick sequence can help you at your end to track if you have missed any packets at all. Now, so we have two types of data fields coming in the feed. One is a trade. That means there's a trade which has happened here, and one is the bid and ask. In the bid and ask, there is no trade, but there's only a new bid and ask which has changed, which comes in the feed. The Python feed handles it differently, so I'll come to that later. But this is the basic raw feed which is coming in the WebSockets. And this is how, so you'll have a trade and you'll have a bid and ask like I showed you earlier. I had shown you here. So here it is, no, not this one. Here you can see the trade and the bid and ask are coming. This is the trade and this is the bid and ask. So that's how it helps you to identify that this is only bid and ask. The trade also has bid and ask at the end here. And this bid and ask only has the bid and ask. Bid quantity, ask quantity. This is a level 1 feed. So you will only get the best bid and ask. Maybe later on when we get 5 depth, 20 depth or full TBT depth, you will get more. But as of now, this is only level 1. So this I've already explained to you. We are thinking of merging these two in the near future, which is the touchline feed and the trade feed. So you will not have to process them differently. Hopefully they will try and make them same, so that as soon as you add the symbol, directly the feed starts without doing anything else. So idea is that there will be changes and you will have to accommodate for those changes, and we'll provide you a separate place to work for the changes. We'll provide you an environment, a sandbox kind of environment where you'll be able to work, and enough warning will be given to you to change. So now then, this is the 1 minute bar. I already showed you open, high, low, close, volume. Logout is pretty simple, method logout. And then we have the history. The history is also via WebSocket. We have a WebSocket ports. I told you 8082 and 8092 production ports. 80 8094 and 8084 and 8094 are the sandbox ports, which we allow during trials mainly. After that, it's not allowed. So if you are connected somewhere else, you are bound to get this response. User already connected. So you will have to log out from that place before you can reconnect from where you are. So if you have logged in your mobile or you're logged in from another browser, you'll have to log out from there, and only then will you be able to log in here. Similarly, the tick history and the other histories, I'll be showing you these, but for now, these are the histories over here. The simple call method get history interval tick symbol from to. That's all. You send this call, you'll get this in date and time, you'll get the LTP, LTQ, OI, bid quantity, ask quantity. This is enabled, not enabled by default. This needs to be enabled by us in the historical feed. This is not enabled by default. If you need this, it needs to be enabled by us. But what I'm trying to say is that bid quantity, ask quantity is available in the tick history feed, not by default, but will be enabled if you require. So there are a lot of details more in this document which you will need to go through. So you can like this call 1 minute, 5 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, everything is over here. Like I covered the time frames. Similarly for EOD, it's EOD. And you can get in touch with us at support@TrueData.in for these things. I've also covered about the Python library. We'll be covering more about it a little later, but you can go through it in this document over here. So one thing which I wanted to tell you about was that when you add a symbol, say you can add a symbol by its name, say you added Nifty 50 or something, then the first return will be the symbol ID. From there on, the symbol ID will be used to get the data. Wherever the data feed comes, it will only show this symbol ID. So you really don't need any masters to track the symbol or something. It comes in the first feed. However, we have enabled this also. So let me show that to you. So here it is. So there's no need of downloading the masters, though we have the masters available. You can use the symbol ID directly. So you can. This is the URL for searching a specific, say, master. Say I just, I fired the API for Reliance, and what did I get? All the REL I fired. So I got all the REL-I, REL-3, REL-3P, Reliance-2, and even the March future, May future, everything is there. Whatever is available is, you can see what all is available for this. If I remove this instead of just this, then you get all the futures that are there. So you can see all the futures. We have created various alias names also for it to work in various other softwares also. So there are certain alias names which currently may not work. Only the first name here is working. We will add the alias names subsequently. Okay. So again, the details of this master file, etc., are in the document. You'll have to go through that. WebSocket libraries are already covered, Python library and sample code. We also have a C# sample code, which we can provide you. We have a built-in app also, which if you are building in C#, you can get the code and you should be able to easily code with that. We also have an Excel-based feed, which is coming up. So people who like to program or use the data in Excel can also use that. Java, JavaScript, and others libraries are also coming soon. And we're also looking for people who can help us with the same. If you are good at that, then let us know. We will need your help for that. Symbol mapping, there are some differences for people who are already using our services in Velocity and other applications. I'll just cover them quickly. Equity remains the same. As in NSC, it will be Reliance or it will be ACC standard. There's no other .NS or .EQ, nothing like that, just Reliance. Future contracts are Nifty 20 April future, 20 May future, because they're only monthly contracts. Continuous futures already I've covered, -I, -2, -3. And premium adjusted are dash IP, dash 2 IP, dash 3 IP. Options, we have made it a little different from the existing and velocity. We have tried to make the weekly and monthly options the same. The same format, sorry, this is future, not future, this is options. So the format for weekly and monthly options will now be the same, wherein we have just added the date. So for any option expiry, it will be symbol plus YY plus MM plus DD plus strike plus CEP. So whether it's a monthly expiry or a weekly expiry, you have to enter the date and you will get the expiry. So please do not write the same thing as the velocity symbol, because velocity has only one M and it does not have DD everywhere. For monthly, it has like the futures, which is April future or so. Indices, currently indices format is Nifty 50. In velocity we use Nifty. We'll be adding this alias also. If you're trying to get the indices, please write Nifty 50 for the time being and Nifty Bank for the indices. If you've tried Nifty or Bank Nifty earlier, you may not have got it. So in that case, use the masters to try and search the symbol for the first time so that you understand what's happening. So coming to the WebSocket Python library, we built this library, to help all of you to make things easy. A lot of people are already using this library, and the aim and the ideology behind this has been to keep it low latency, which means the least time between the exchange from the client from when the data comes in and is sent to you, the least time it takes to come to you. Stateful, that means always stores the present state of the market. That means you can ask for anything. .ltp means if you ask for it, you will get the LTP for that stock at that time. So it is always stateful, granular. Any time frame is possible. All standard ones are any time frame. You can ask for any time frame from the Python library. And it is slice and dice based, which means that data is ready to be imported into any popular data analytics tool like Pandas. I'll show you now next how you can directly get into Pandas, and which makes the data more readable easily. Currently, you saw that in the JavaScript is not as readable, but once you get into Pandas, you can work with it more effectively, and also it's much more readable, and you can do things better. So all you have to do to get this library is pip install TrueData -ws or _ws. Dash and underscore is the same. It does not matter. So you can write pip install TrueData _ws. These important prerequisites are there, that Python 3.7 or above is the minimal requirement, because we are automatically installing Pandas and some other libraries which are depending on this, and so that's why Python 3.7 is a requisite. Please install pip install this, and please refer to the API authorization for Fires to get the token for the same. We are soon going to be coming up with a GitHub page. It's going to be released within this week, where we can listen to what your ideas are, or you have any points, or you have issues, or have suggestions to improve our code, which would help the entire community. We're also coming with a wiki. A wiki is almost completed, and which will have all the details of everything. Meanwhile, we have a PyP page from where you can see the latest versions. I'll just come to that. And the Python library, what we've done is we have been able to track the version which is on your PC and compare it with the version which is on PyP, the latest version. If there's another version later than the one available, you will get a warning to update the library. That means for 15 seconds, it will not allow the code to proceed, and it will tell you that there's a library. It's not necessary for you to update it if you have just started during market hours. But there may be cases wherein you may need to update it if it's a major update. What I mean by that is that how we're handling the change is we have version numbers are written as 0.4.3, the current version, wherein 3 is the micro, 0 is the major, 4 is the minor, and 3, which is the current version, is the micro. So if there's any micro update which is not going to affect you much at all, then you'll get a micro update. That means the next version will become 0.4.4. Or if there's some other bug we have removed, then it will be 0.4.5. So you can just see that. When you see a minor update, then there may be, you may have been affected in certain ways, but it won't break your code in any way. We'll warn you for that, and it won't break your code normally in the minor update. Whereas in the major update, if you change from 0 to 1, that means there's a major update now, and your code is going to break. So you have got to update it. So these are the things which will tell you that there is a major update, and you need to change it to get things to work. However, we'll follow a procedure wherein we will give you enough time and documentation so that to enable this change. But you need to be vigilant to our new changes, because there are new improvements which we are doing from time to time. Now let's see some live demo on the Python library. So I've already shown you all this in Python. This is the basic code. This is not from the library. This is just the basic code wherein I've just used the same. Let me see. I've logged out from here. Okay, so I've just shown you the basic code here, and there's nothing to it. This code is just receive the WebSocket and create a WebSocket connection and send your request like you've done over there, and just receive it. That's it. This is a simple code. I mean, this is not from the library, but this is just a simple code. Okay, so that connection is open, it seems. Okay, so this is going to happen if your code is not closed, and this is bound to happen. Anyway, let me get to this other one. I'll just take it here. This is the code here. This is the 1-minute code which I have shown you earlier, and this is this shows you that it's connected and things like that. And this is the 1-minute data has come at 1652, which I've shown you earlier, and it will keep coming in the same format over here. Okay, coming to the history. This is the raw Python. I'm just talking raw feed. I'm just talking about as of now. We can use this here. I just wanted to show you n bars. Say I ask for n bars, hundreds of bars for interval of 1 minute for nifty-i. So we can just get these 100 bars over here, and let me just try it. I already set the code here. There it is. So we already got 100 bars for nifty-i from now. That means from the current state, we've already got 100 bars. So this bar started at 1351, and nifty-i, we got it till 1529, 1530. We got it till 1530 over here, these bars. So all these have come for the last n bars has come for 100. You can also try from to for the get history, and for tick also from to, or even for 2 minutes you can see here from and to. This is just a straightforward code. If somebody needs it, it's already there on the sandbox page. Okay. Now coming to this Python library, we've you just need to import these things. This code is given here, and before I go there, we'll just take you to the this is the IP page, and you can see the latest version. What is the latest version here, and when was it released? And we have covered everything here, how to install this pip install and run tests to ensure everything is in order. Run all tests. I'll show you this, how it works. You can just check everything is working. So how to connect? You just write your login ID and password. If you're using with a broker, then you have to write a broker token over here. This has to come here in the login itself. Then how to start the live data. This is all that is required to start it. For multiple symbols, how you need to start it. How to get the touchline data, the code is given here. And this is a sample code for testing this code I will use just now to show you how to get it done. Then how to stop the live data. You can also provide your own list of request IDs. Please go through this documentation. Then for historical data, you can get, if you write Bank Nifty, this will get you from the present day. Just write Bank Nifty and nothing else. It will return 1 minute bars from the start of the present day until the current time, till now, till the moment. And you can also give a specific time, ending time. You can change the end time to a specific time so that you can get the data up to that time only. So you can specify the start and end. So now you can give the duration, 3 days like this. Instead of start time, end time, directly just give 3 days, you will get the data. Also, you can give the bar size. These are all default for 1 minute. All these are default for 1 minute. But if you give the bar size as 30 minutes, you will get it for 30 minutes. All this will give 30 minutes, and the duration you can also give. You can use the start time instead of the duration also. And like for example, duration 1 minute and duration 1 day and bar size 1 minute. You can mix and match it here like this. For example, symbol, duration, bar size, straightforward. And you can put it in the pandas data frame like so. Then how to disconnect from it. These bar sizes need to be updated. We also added 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 30, 60 EOD. All this has been added. We have the sample code here. You can just go through it, and it's every step. It shows you, what you need to do. Everything is absolutely clear. Please go through these release notes from time to time. We used to have a query time that has been refactored to end time. Such things are important for you to be knowing. So let us see some of it in the Python code, and let us start with run all tests first. So I need to, from TrueData.ws.client test, I've imported run all tests and given this username and password, and all the other code I've hidden for now. And let's see what it does when we ask it to run all the tests. Now it's telling me that it set the default port to this, and whatever I subscribe for, it will take some time and test out all the historical data that is there for various time frames, and then a list. There it goes. It has listed everything in pandas. Here, let us see. So this is the command. He wrote just Bank Nifty. That means he should get for 1 day, 1 minute data. So, or he's shown the length of result is 375. He's shown us the tail of the thing. So you can see the tail right up to here. So open, high, low, close, volume, open interest is showing us. Then it has shown us with duration 3 days. So everything is tested for you. Everything is tested and you have been given. Duration 3 days, that means Saturday, Sunday, and today. This is a calendar 3 days. So that's why again the results are the same. So there's no difference, 375 here and 375 here, because it was Saturday, Sunday. This is a calendar number of days. So that sort of thing. And then you can change the bar size to 15. It's given us 25 results for 3 days. That's just for today's data. Things like that. And then 30 minutes also is tested for us. The 13 bars. And start time, end time has been tested. So these tests are already there automatically for you to be confident that the data is fine, everything is working well. And historical data tests are, and the code is just this much. This is the code to test this. That's all. Nothing else has to be done. Okay. And you can test this here. Bar size, tick. So tick data has also been tested. And you got all the tick here. Similarly, start time and all the data, and all has been converted to a pandas data frame. See here. You can see open, high, low, close, volume, open interest from 9:15 to 9:29. Everything is coming neatly over here to show you. And converting tick to pandas data frame, you can see the tick data has bid quantity, ask quantity right up to the end. This is for Bank Nifty Dash I for today. So we have the bid quantity, ask quantity also listed here. And then it begins the live data test. So checking the live stream, here are the touch line data. So this is a touch line. So touch line also data here is listed here. So you can check that everything is fine in the touch line data. And here is the live stream. So already the live stream is running live as of now. You can see. As of now, Bank Nifty is not there, so he's just showing us crude oil. Only crude oil is there in this list. So it's only showing us crude oil. So it is updating live on crude oil. And so because only these three symbols are being tested, so it's showing us crude oil running live. So it shows us everything: days high, days low, days open, previous day close, previous day open interest, TTQ, LTP, everything is a special tag, tick sequence. You can see the tick sequence, the best bid ask, price, best bid quantity, everything is there. Now we have added a tick type over here to help people understand that tick type 1 means that there is a trade, and tick type 2 means that there is no trade, it's only a bid ask change. So you will see 1 and 2. And when you see 0, it means that it's just a touchline update. So you will see either 1 or 2 in this tick type. And if you see tick 1, then you will see a tick sequence change over here: 10136, and then 10136 over here. So it just shows you the tick sequence and the tick type. So this is how the data is going here. So run all tests help you to test it yourself, and then you know that if everything is fine. See, and I've disconnected from live data. And let us just see data for, say, let us say for I entered the bar size as 1 minute and symbol as Nifty Dash I, and I'll change this to 1. This is just the code here, and I put it in a pandas data frame, and I printed the data frame. Then I've disconnected the WebSocket. Okay, sorry, I did a mistake. There. I did not give the user ID and password, so it should be an error. Index is out of range. What did I do? Bars. Okay, fine. I'm not thinking right now, but something I've done wrong. And let me try once again and see. Yes. Okay. So this gave me the data for today in this pandas data frame format, and it's given me from 9:15 to right up to 15:30. So this is the way you can get it in a data frame, and there are a lot of options here: start time, end time, and any range you can give for. Let me show you one more. Let me do it here. Say today and whatever it is, whatever this date range is, we can do. So far, let's wait. Okay, I didn't. There's no data here. Sorry. So sorry. I need to change this also. So fine, you get the idea. So while doing this webinar, it's not so easy to start, doing all this. So anyway, you get the idea. But you can set out the start time, the end time, the bar size, with based on time. You can just in the method which I've shown you, and you'll clearly, neatly get it all here, and you can start using it. That's what I'm just trying to show you. And just to see the historical data, if you wish. Let us add these symbols, and to get the real-time data, you can just start getting the real-time data for all these MCX symbols. And let us see this come. Oops, sorry, I haven't commented the code. Okay, this is a sample code which is available to all of you from there, and all I've done is I've hidden the. I'd earlier hidden the real-time code, and I was just showing you the history. Now I've hidden the historical code and commented the historical code, and I'm showing you the real-time data. So there you can see the real-time data is flowing for all these symbols over here. You can see crude and all this. Everything is, every field is there. We're even providing change percentage, open interest change percentage, and things like that. Let me stop it here. Change percentage, open interest change percentage, days high, days low, everything is there in this. And you can use this to your benefit in the way you want it. The code is just this much. This is all there is to it. And the symbols and your login, and that's it. Rest all is being done by the library at the backend. So that's about it. Now there are some small bugs which may come up when you're trying to reconnect or we're trying to connect. We're working on those, and those will be solved soon. So there may be some bugs which you face, especially if you've not disconnected or reconnected. We are having those issues sorted out, and they'll be sorted out. And if you find any such issue which is coming, please keep on bringing. There are some very good participants who are telling us a lot of things. We are open to feedback. We are not saying that everything is perfect. We welcome your feedback. Please let it keep coming, and we'll do our best to improve it from it. Sorry, I think I've taken more time than I should have, and I think I'll stop it here, and we'll get on to some very easy. Okay, you can see the 1 minute data are still streaming here. Last one was at 7, 8. Now next candle will be 7, 9 candles. So this is how the data keeps coming. Well, meanwhile, now that I'm showing you, let me show you something else. I'm not sure if it will work. This is the new change which we are going to be bringing about. And for users who are, no, it's not okay. Okay, fine. So I wanted to show you a heartbeat, but I think the work is going on over there, and that's why we are not able to see it. But in between the streams, you will have heartbeats coming, which will also help you in reconnect. Okay, so having covered all this, the next steps for us are that we are adding this heartbeat, which I want to show you. We are going to enable auto reconnect when you get disconnected with using the Python library. We are going to add more history. We are going to add more symbols. I know everybody wants all of these more, but we are trying to gradually upscale everything. So so that it smoothly this transition takes place. Also, whatever feedbacks you keep giving us, we are going to be implementing them as far as possible. And as of now, you have seen that we have implemented most of them. We'll try and implement more of these. So I have finished. We are open to questions, and I'll try and answer. My teammate is also here. And if you have any questions, I'll take them on one by one, and I'll slowly start trying answering whatever I can. Okay. Yeah, the recording is available at fires.in/webinars. No, you don't need the Fires package to access the sandbox. The question is, do we need Fires package to access the sandbox? No, you don't need to. For now, you don't need. You can access the sandbox directly. Excel API, next question is, when will the Excel API be ready? Excel API you can expect by the end of this month. End of this month. There's a question from Ashwin. Is there a catalog of errors to identify what could be the issue when something is failing? If you see the documentation carefully, you will find that there are some things over there. Other than that, we have also documenting in the wiki, which is coming up. We have a GitHub wiki coming up, and we will document all of those over there. But point taken, that's an interesting thing, and we need to do it. We'll make the catalog of errors to identify. Okay, the next question is, I showed you for Karthik, I showed you all the sample codes for historical data. Okay, let me try once again WS test, just a minute. Okay, if you can see, this is the heartbeat. My teammate has just told me that to show it to you, and this is the heartbeat message you will receive, which is with the timestamp of the server. This will keep coming even if you are taking the 1 minute streaming feed or the tick feed. This will ensure that you'll know that you are connected at any given time. And also the last heartbeat time will tell you that this is the time you got disconnected. So you could even pull the history from that time right up to the current moment. Okay, somebody is asking me that are there any limits to the number of calls which you can do? I know there are some providers who limit the number of requests which are sent to the server. There are no requests limits from our side. You just add the symbols and you should be able to do it. So there are no request limitations from our side. You can go ahead and do it. Limitations for the trial period also, there are no limitations. Only is the limitation is the number of symbols which we are giving in the trial period, which is limited to 50. There are no exchange limiters. All the exchanges are enabled. We have enabled all the exchanges. Someone is asking for more trial. Sure. We can explore it depending on a case-to-case basis, but normally as of now it is 10 days. If you want, we can explore it, and we will see depending on a case-to-case basis. 1 month free trial people are asking for. We can explore it from a case-to-case basis. It's possible. You can connect with us and we'll see what we can do for you. Is Fires keeping any commission from TrueData? No. Fires is providing their own API for free. Please note that. And whatever is given, what you are giving is coming to TrueData. Fires is doing a wonderful job here. TrueData themselves, we are trying to keep it cheap. As you know that these data feeds are pretty expensive, and also we need to pay the exchange for each user. Which platform do API users mostly use? API users prefer Python over here. AMI broker is not recommended here, and this has nothing to do with the AMI broker for now. You can use this to push to AMI broker. Okay, it can push it if you want to AMI broker, make your own. Okay, somebody is asking. Okay, about the somebody is asking about the API. Like I covered, we are bringing in a lot of redundancy. We have brought in to ensure that the data comes at the lowest latency possible, and we do not need to, worry about those things at all. And we'll ensure that we bring in a variety. You cannot get this kind of history. This API is better than others because you cannot get this kind of historical data. You cannot get this kind of time range from to from anywhere. You cannot get these continuous features the way we are trying to get it for you. And so many timestamps we are getting for you. And nobody gives you this 1 minute bar streaming kind of data. So there are many other things. Also, Fires API, integrating the Fires API along with this will be a good idea, because we will be integrating and mapping all the symbols with Fires and enabling it for you. And it becomes, idea is to make it all seamless for you. Okay. I cannot comment about other brokerages over here, but what I'm saying is you need to try out this and give us a feedback whether it is what is that you think. Yes, for backtesting, do you plan to provide more data? Of course, our APIs are going to be used for backtesting, and this is for optimization for backtesting. That is why we give this APIs. You can already get offline from us. You need to buy it separately. There can be some a lot of data which you will otherwise also put it in an extended historical data in due course. Yeah, Karthik, you can. Karthik is asking if you can get data of April 2019. Yes, you can, Karthik. There should be no issue on that. Ashwin is asking, will there be data for popular indicators in the future? Now, the idea, that is what this Python library is. And what we are trying to build is a number of useful indicators directly into the library, which will feed the indicators directly to you. A few things will come directly in the long run, wherein the indicators would be calculated and automatically sent to you in the feed. So that is the aim, Ashwin, in the future. Karthik, you can get the data. Please write an email to support@truedata.in. You can get it, sir. No problem. In MCX, do you provide historical intraday futures data on continuous futures? Yes, in MCX also we provide historical data as continuous futures. Currently, we are rolling it over on the tender after the tender dates. We have a plan to roll it before the tender dates. For all you MCX traders who know what I'm talking about, during the tender dates, the amount of volume becomes less, and the charts become a little less because of they become ori, and you cannot do proper analysis on those charts. So what we are going to do is we are trying to come up with a logic wherein we'll roll over before the tender date, so that you'll have continuous charts in the long run. We already have this for spliced, and soon we will splice them before the tender dates, thereby making your MCX continuous futures even more smoother. I don't know if you understood this, but this is what we are trying to do. Gaurav says that, can we use cloud like AWS for connecting to the socket and placing orders? Absolutely, you can use AWS without a problem. In fact, it would be a good option. Make sure that you have sufficient CPU available to you, and enough processing power and enough RAM, so that things don't get stuck up or your packets don't drop because of your lack of your CPU. That's all that is required for that. of why did Fires tie up with TrueData instead of giving data directly? Because the Fires decided to concentrate on their own core business of providing exceptional trading solutions to you, and they decided to push the data business to somebody who's doing data work all day long. That is like us. We're concentrating on providing data all day long, concentrating on the latency, concentrating on trying to give you better historical data, concentrating on trying to give you bar data. So we are doing this day in and day out, and we don't have to think about the trading APIs. Fire's job is to think about the trading APIs and keep giving you a better service, which they are doing. And TrueData is going to give you the data in a better and better way. So that is what we are. That is why they have decided to tie up with us, and we won't let them down or let anyone of you down. We are going to improve from here on. So please keep your suggestions coming, feedbacks. Great, guys. There are a lot of questions, and you've been a great audience. If there are any more questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we can wind up. Shubham, are you there?
Yeah, Kapil.
I think we've finished it. Thank you very much, all. Thanks a lot for your time. Please feel free to write to support@truedata.in for any queries which you may have. Thank you. Shubham, you can take it.
Yeah, thanks Kapil for such an informative session on the API, WebSocket API. I hope attendees got a lot of information about the APIs. So thanks for joining the webinar. If you have any questions or queries, you can write us at support@fires.in or support@truedata.in. Thank you.
Thank you.